Phat Airlines takes the stage where we were, streaming high in the virtual air. World of airports, the game is live. He's landing planes with a vibe so fly. Phat Airlines soar in the skies, stream in the hustle, watch the views rise. Pilots and planes, oh man, it's insane. Twitch and YouTube growing his name. From tarmac dreams to handles tight, every touchdown a perfect flight. He's a runway king, streak out the fog. Game so smooth, they call it airlock. Phat Airlines, soaring in the skies, stream in the hustle, watch the views rise. Pilots and planes, oh man, it's insane. Twitch and YouTube growing his name. Chatting with the fans, call signs loud. Leader of the fleet, yeah, he makes us proud. Pushing content like a jumbo's thrust. In Phat Airlines we trust. Pin the radar, he's live again. Communities tight like aviation. Friends like skyrocket, engine scream. Phat Airlines living in a stream. Takes the stage with fair lore, streaming high in the virtual air. World of airports, the game is live. He's landing planes with a vibe so ho. His name. Chatting with the fans, call signs loud. Leader of the fleet, yeah, he makes us proud. Pushing content like a jumbo's thrust. In Phat Airlines we trust. Ping the radar, he's live again. Communities tight like aviation. Friends like skyrocket, engine scream. Phat Airlines living in a stream.
Yo, what's up, guys? What's up? This is Jeremy with Phat Airlines. How's it going? We are here today. Thank you for being here on stream today. You know, I had to cancel stream last week because last week, well, I didn't have a babysitter and there was a lot of things happening going on. So we decided to cancel the stream, and then this week is going to be, or today is going to be a short stream. But what we're going to do today is we're going to be talking about World of Airports 3.2. 3.2 was released yesterday. Was that August 22nd? So pretty cool. And with the update 3.2, there are a couple cool things that they added. We got the patch notes, so we're going to read through the patch notes real quick and talk about the update, and we're actually going to play the update as well, right? So we got some new airplanes in this new update. We got the Airbus A21NY to A321 XLR, based on a feature request by World of Airports players. We also got the F70 and the F100, two new airplane models. We got an advanced model of Sydney Airport. Guys, this is fantastic, right? Because I don't know if you remember, but we just unlocked Sydney Airport on my stream account. Yo, Voitando, thank you for 29 months, bro. But yeah, and by the way, Raptor, thank you for renewing as well. For 3 months, Raptor being first as well. But yo, I don't know if you remember, but we unlocked Sydney about like 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? Because we leveled up LHR to the point where we finally unlocked Sydney. And we didn't play Sydney last week because I didn't stream on Saturday. But we played some of the older airports during the week. But today, what a perfect day to play Sydney, right? Because we got a whole new reworked airport. And what's new? We got a reworked stand layout. So Terminal 1A stands I-11 and I-12 are serving as combined stands. Combined stands, right? Those are for passenger and cargo, I believe. 2A, there's new passenger stands. 2 new passenger stands. 3A, there's more passenger stands with size category expansion at passenger stands D1, D8, and D9. Extension 2B, new passenger stands. 2C, new passenger stands. Wow, lots of new passenger stands. So that's going to be pretty cool. All over the airport. Some new combined stands at the cargo terminal. And a new cargo terminal. Wow. So I'm excited to see this. We'll kind of make some commentary as we play the new the updated airport here and check it out from a brand new perspective. Visual and functional improvements enhance the 3D models, the terrain, the buildings, the radar, and some props. The 2D minimap was updated. Pathfinding was updated. The third jet bridge for the A388 is active at certain stands. And there's a new spotting camera view. And there's 3 new levels. Awesome. World of Airports added new liveries. They made some UI improvements with the third jet bridge, right? Range balancing for small airplanes. Size categories A and B to increase map contracts. Interesting. Alert icon now shows when a stand is occupied and size category extensions unavailable during purchase. Oh, air crew increased on A21, A21N, N21NX from 2+4 to 2+5, causing a small increase in flight hour cost. That's a nerf, right? New animation for water lavatory service vehicles. Crew now stands beside vehicle, and you can see it is visible on the F100. Performance optimizations, some pathfinding bug fixes, some UI bug fixes, some miscellaneous fixes in GRU, in the Woapedia, and other translation fixes. And then some graphical fixes as well. Awesome. Cool. Let's get to playing some World of Airports. So, well, if you guys don't know, this is World of Airports 3.2, released yesterday. What I like to do is I want to just check to see if any arrivals on airports that we have unlocked, and there's no special arrivals on airports I have. So, at Sydney Airport, we have this unlocked. This is we haven't played this airport at all, and we're gonna go ahead and log in and play. While we're waiting for that, I'm gonna say what's up to all you guys. Yo, what's up, Alfie? What's up, Boeing? Nayo Ram. Why am I having a hard time? I see your name all the time, and I'm struggling here. Nairami, thank you so much for being here. Made to Move, what's up, dude? Mert is here. Magis Kais is here. Pause Aviation is here. No worries if you can't be chatting. I appreciate you stopping in and at least saying hi. Zyrox is here. Boeing is here. Let's see. Who else is here? Riceless. What's up, Riceless? Voitando's here. Thank you, Voitando, for the sub, by the way. Let's see. What's up, Hammy? Hammy's here. How's everyone enjoying the new update? It's a great question. Let's see here. So we got all these contract requests. By the way, oh, look, a couple of new planes too. Nice. Looks like the A21NY can make it from BKK to Sydney, so that's pretty cool. But if you guys want to send me a contract request, we are playing my stream account, right? So on my stream account, you do have to purchase the contract by using fat coins on Twitch. So yeah. All right, what we're gonna do here is let's take a look at the rewards, right? So, oh my god, I forgot that this premium pass is 100 gold planes. That's expensive. That's like almost as expensive as IAD, and I don't think you even get a Concorde here. But let's go through and let's see what it looks like, right? So the early levels you always get like small planes, but level 5 you get some handling crew, so that's pretty cool. You know, you get some small planes for your fleet, which is really, some people sell them right away to get the wallers, especially like to use those airplanes or use those wallers to buy a bigger plane. I typically just keep on using them, but we'll see what we're gonna think about our strategy here. So that way, if you guys are watching this video, you'll know what a good strategy it might be at Sydney, right? Because this is my second time now starting a brand new Sydney airport. We get some liveries for the A318. That's pretty all right. What else we get? Starting to get into the medium and large planes here at regional. We get level 27. Just a lot of planes, right? A lot of fleet planes. International at level 40. And then when do we, oh, now we get some large planes around Ford international status. That's cool. A3ST up here, Beluga, right? A124 contract. A225 contract. Wow, that's a lot of levels, right? All right, and you get BKK Bangkok at level 76. So yeah, the premium pass here is not really too exciting. I mean, is it worth it? I mean, we could just look at look at all the planes you get, right? That's pretty impressive. You get all those planes. You get some handling crew, which is, you know, 45 gold planes by itself if you buy 5. And then these are the new levels that they added, right? Level 82, 83, and 84. So level 82, 83 and 84. At 82, you get a F70 contract for free, and then you get at level 84, you get an F70 airplane for free. If you have the premium pass, you get the A21 airplane onto your fleet and F100 as well. So pretty cool. I'm gonna buy the premium pass because I do believe every premium pass is worth it, right? Just for this 5 handling crew, it's 45 gold planes, and here's another 5 handling crew, another 45 gold planes. Here's another one. So like that alone, right? Because if I were to go here to buy more, 5 handling crew is 45 gold planes. So that alone makes it worth it. But am I excited? Am I going to encourage everybody to buy this instantly as soon as you get into this airport? Probably not. You probably don't need it. But we're gonna buy it, or yeah, unlock the premium pass here, and we're gonna redeem these rewards. Let us take a look at this new updated airport. It is nighttime here at Sydney, so we'll have to take a look here. All right. What is going on? Why does it look like this? Maybe because it's nighttime. Let me see here. All right, so when we start the airport, you start off with these stands over here, right? So you have a couple of B stands, a few B stands, and one C stand, it looks like. You got the terminals over here, extension 2D, 2E, 3E. We got like what the cool thing with terminal 3A over here is that you have stand D10 and D11 over here. Oh, and now D7A, D6. You got a few stands over here now that can handle the larger planes. So that might be like the first terminal we want to unlock, because that's going to get us a few more, you know, that's going to get us more stands and a few planes on this side of the runway. This is new. Right, so this is the cargo section, terminal cargo 2, and this can handle up to E-size planes. That's pretty interesting. What else we got? We got this extension B, right? That's not bad. Anything new over here? This is the runway. I know in the past it was used for only departures. I wonder if it's used just for departures again, or if also used for arrivals. Right? We'll have to see. And here's this is the main like large terminal here, terminal 1A. This is where all of your larger planes are going to be, right? So you have the E size over here. You have a F, I think, is over here. There might be one F over here. No Fs. F's all over here. And then they said some of these are shared stands now, or combined stands. So let me see here. This is combined. That's combined. Okay. Combined. All right. You know, I don't mind having combined stands in place of in place of cargo stands. I don't mind that, but we'll have to see. So first things first, I should have landed these planes just to begin with. But we're going to have to land these planes, and we're going to clear it to land. And did I turn off 3D? Oh, okay. Interesting. Can I play IAD? Nah. I don't have it unlocked. Oh, my music is quiet and then I dropped the loud yo. Alright, I'm catching up on chat now. Does everybody's game look like this? Like, do I need to like re-download my game? Kind of weird that it looks like that. And by the way, Stream Avatars is not working on my computer for some reason, so sorry about that. The textures are bugs. You should restart the airport. All right, you got it. Thank you for the heads up. Let's take. The traffic on the airport is still driving on the wrong side of the road. That's funny. Yeah, Stream Avatar is not working. Oh, there we go. Okay, much better. much better. All right. So yeah, here we go. This is the airport we're looking at. Yeah, D10, right? D11. You got new stands, D7A, which also look like they can be blocking stands, right? You got D4, which can handle E-planes. So pretty cool over there. Well, we got these stands over here. I think what I'll do with these stands is really just buy them as an A stand. Oh, look at this. That's cool, right? This might be the first one. Like, this is a D90 and D93A. 390C, sorry, and 393A. Two stands over here that have E gates, so that might be helpful. That's going to be helpful for handling some larger planes, which I already have. You know, we have some larger planes waiting to land. You know, we should I spend all of my wallers on it? I don't think so, but cool. Now it's working properly. That's good. That's good. What's up, Wizzy? What's up, Mert? Will you release the Phat Airlines theme song on Spotify? We got to create an album first, right? Right. And then let's take a look at the new planes too. Yo, what's up, Freeze Man? Thank you for the 19 months, bro. Appreciate that. Catching up on chat. I should restart the airport. Restart. Good, good, good. Nice. All right. Let's take a look at the new airplanes too while we're waiting for planes to land. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn on the approach manager. You need these smaller planes to land for a little bit. We're going to let this plane handle on its own. Look at that. I'm going to let that plane handle on its own. I'm going to turn on the approach manager for, let's say, 30 minutes. And we're going to configure and buy. So this update also released 3 new airplanes, right? So we have the A21NY, right? And the A21NY is 26 gold planes and $160,000. If we look at it here, air crew is 2 + 5, 5,300 nautical mile max range. How does that compare to this guy? Longer range, so that's pretty cool. Makes it very appealing for like those long distance routes. Maintenance is 6,100 for the small maintenance, 61,000 for the larger maintenance. And let's take a look at where it can go from Sydney. Sydney doesn't have a lot of airports it can usually go to, right? But even without configuration, it can go to BKK, so that's pretty cool. But with configuration, it can also reach Nagoya. Nice. Not bad. Where's SCL? $6,000 miles. Oh, so close, but so far. All right. So that is the A21NY. We got, of course, we have all the regular liveries. We should have all the regular liveries. Basic 1 through 6, premium 1 through 6. Right? We got Supreme 1 through 4. And that's it. No special liveries here. All right, let's take a look at the F70 and F100. F. So F70, it's a B plane, F70, and it's 5 gold planes, and it costs you $38,000. Not terrible, right? Well, we'll have to take a look. I think the pricing's not terrible, but we'll have to see, right? Aircrew 2 + 3, max range 2425, nautical miles 85 passengers, 2,500 small check, 25,000 large check. Sydney's a pretty bad airport to like show where planes can go to, but let us see. Oh, there's no configuration for a small plane still, so yeah, these are not a lot of airports, right, that you can go to from Sydney. It'll probably be better to look at other airports. And then any special liveries here, we got Supreme 4. Pretty cool plane. I'm gonna definitely have to, I'll probably start using this. I wonder how it functions at St. Martin in particular, right? And then we got the F100. Looks like it's just a little bit larger, right? And F100 is a C-plane, 2 + 3, with only a max range of 2150, so like barely further than the F70. This might be like a competitor to the E190 when I look at it, just on the beginning. 2,650 for small check, and any special liveries here, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it, right? All right, so I'm gonna put up a poll, guys. Which plane should we unlock? And I might unlock 2 of them. Yeah, we might unlock 2 of them. But for sure, we're gonna do at least 1. So I'm gonna put up a poll, guys. Make sure you vote on the poll. Which plane should we unlock? The A21NY, the F70, or the F100? All right, let's play this parking mini game. The F70 rudder is broken. Uh-oh. 36 new items to unlock at Sydney. That's pretty nice. That's 36 handling crew. That's 36 contract capacity. That's pretty solid. That's why I love like these. Even though in some ways I don't like how stands are blocked, right, in certain airports, it does open up a lot of opportunity when it comes to like adding more handling crew and adding more contract capacity. So that's pretty awesome. Because like, I mean, let's go over here, right? So these stands like over here, like D93A did not exist before. So if you were to buy that now, that's gonna get. I don't think it existed before. Maybe it did. I don't think it did. It definitely wasn't an E plane for sure. But like now it exists. Now you can buy an E plane here and get that parked. Now the thing is, I think I have some F planes waiting to land. Let's take a look at. Yeah, we have an F over here. We got a bunch of E planes. So now here's what I'm thinking. I want to get those F planes to park, but they're the only F stand. Here's some E stands over here. That's cool. This isn't. There are no F stands over here. So like in order, the only place for me to get F stand, I think, is over here, right? And that's 18,000. And then in order to buy F, it's like 30,000 Wallers plus whatever it is for F. So I only have 30,000 Wallers right now, and I know that the most like an important thing is when you're playing airports is you do want to handle, or yeah, you do want to get as large of a plane handling as you can. That's really what's going to help you. It's going to help you like get more Wallers, right? So let's see here. We got maybe some contract requests coming in. Oh, and did the poll finish? I think the poll finished, right? Let's see what the results were like. A21 and wow, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. I'm glad you guys voted on that. You guys are the best. Alright, we got some contract redemptions here, I think, right? Raptor, thanks again for being first. AJ's good. What's up, bro? We got Mert with the L plane contract, so we're gonna go ahead and accept that. We got Mert with the M plane contract. Nice. Oh, thank you for the support, Long Airways. I appreciate that, man. With the 10,000 currency, appreciate that, man. Is A21NX and A21NY the same? Nah, the A21NY looks like, based on the statistics itself, it looks like it has a longer range than the A21NX. But sometimes the range that it says on the screen might not be its actual like effective range, right? So yeah. We got Mert with another L plane contract. Got, what is that? Bro Channels with the Kronos planes. Nice. Bro Channels is always so kind with that. We're about to run out of contract capacity. I'm gonna have to buy some more stands. We got Voitando with the L plane. Yo, Kamikaze, what's up, bro? How's 3.2.0? I actually didn't get a chance to play it yesterday at all. Yesterday, what did I do yesterday? Oh yeah, I've been so busy with work and just other things in life that yesterday I had to go in the office to do work. So I didn't really play a lot of World of Airports yesterday. Did not really play a lot of World of Airports yesterday. And I was kind of hyped when I saw that 3.2 was coming out, because I knew I was doing this stream, right? I knew this stream was happening today. So like the fact that we have a brand new Sydney airport with a brand new updated airport as well made me kind of excited to do it. So I was like, all right, cool. 10 KDs, $1. I appreciate any support, guys. I appreciate it for real. Well, time though, you got a bug at Sydney. Yeah, I see. I didn't even get as a beta tester. I didn't get the beta for this either. So very Interesting. All right, let's see here. We got to redeem some of these rewards, right? So we got an SF34 contract. We got 25,000 currency. We got 5,000 currency. We got an E170. Awesome. So what am I going to do? Oh, they said they updated the 2D map too, but what is updated here? Maybe they just added like the stands over here that were like missing. But yeah, I don't know what I should do. Because I have F planes waiting to land, I think the move for me is to, because I have, you know, A388, A388, A35K. I have a lot of these planes waiting to land. So I think the move for me is to unlock an F stand. Look, I got an A388 here that's going to give me 5 XP off the bat. Oh, I should have started this one. Actually, I could start it. No, I'm not going to. The reason why I'm not starting this DH8D, by the way, is that the handling for the bus is going to take 1:31, but there's only 11 or 10 seconds left on cleaning. So I need this to finish before I can start handling that. This is the hardest part about starting a new airport, is you kind of have to like think ahead and be a little strategic when it comes to it. But yeah. All right, so here's what I'm going to tell all you guys who are watching this. Like, I'm starting a brand new Sydney, not sure what to do. What I would probably do is I would probably and you don't have any F contracts coming in or anything like that. I would probably try to unlock D90 and D93. I'd probably do those 2 stands and get those to E stands as soon as possible. That'll allow you to start handling those larger planes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock this terminal. You could also unlock this terminal, but that becomes a lot more expensive, right? Because not only you have to pay 30,000 to unlock to E, but you also have to pay 18,000 for the terminal. So I'm going to unlock this terminal because I have F planes coming in. The bad thing about planes that actually, I don't know how the planes taxi over here. Like, do these E planes also take off from this runway? I guess I'll have to find out. But here we go. 40. Oh my gosh, I have just enough Wallers. So actually, that's pretty cool. If you get the premium pass at Sydney Airport, you have, and you get to level 2, which you can do by playing the parking minigame and handling like 2 planes, right? So if you have the premium pass and you get to level 2 at Sydney, you're gonna have enough Wallers to buy the terminal and to buy the F stand. That's pretty cool, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and unlock that stand. But what we won't have enough Wallers for is for we won't have enough Wallers for ramp agents or for additional equipment. So that's gonna be the bad part. We're not gonna have enough money for equipment. So that means we can't handle more than 2 planes at once. We can't handle more than 1 plane at once, because if we look at our equipment down here, we only got 1 boarding, 1 baggage, and if we're handling E or F planes, you definitely need to have like extra boarding and extra baggage and extra cleaning. Fuel maybe, but definitely boarding, baggage, and cleaning for each of those F size planes that you're handling. So We'll wait for this plane to park, and then we'll decide whether or not we're gonna spend gold planes. How many days till you fulfilled all email contract planes? I haven't checked, man. I think I still have a lot more to go. Let me see. Oh, my laptop's over there, so it's not nearby. I can't really pull it up. But yeah, just been a little busy. I know we're gonna I'm gonna explore, see if Mike can do the next giveaway, email contract giveaway. But I have to train him and show him how to do it. But it should be pretty easy. But yeah, if you guys sign up on phatairlines.com, we have email contracts that go out. I'm gonna also start sending out like like little guides that'll help me, you know, with my writing. And yeah, everybody who replies, like the way it works is like every, like it's like right now it's like more like once a month maybe, but like once a month we send out an email contract where every single person who replies back gets that plane if you have that airport they can go to, right? So like for the last email contract we sent out, it was an A21NX from IAD, I think it was, which can go to like LHR, it can go to Innsbruck, it can go to Leipzig, it can go to St. Martin, MSY, San Diego. There's a lot of airports it could go to. So if you wanted it to one of those airports, we could, all you have to do is reply back with your username and what airport you wanted it to, and I send it your way. Sometimes I'm a little slow, sometimes I'm fast with it. I've been a little slow. Like the first 3 days I was fast with it, but then I kind of slowed down. You know, my job is making me, well, they're making us go back to the office a lot more, even though I think it's ridiculous, right? Because literally I'm in the office and I'm doing the same thing I'm at home. I'm on my computer on a video call. It's not like I'm doing anything different because I'm there in the office in person. I'm sitting at a desk on a video call. Because none of the people I work with work in my office. They're all located all over the US. So it's kind of silly, but the rules are the rules, right? So now I'm in the office, which makes it a little tough. You know, I do sometimes pull up World at Airports while I'm in the office and play a little bit. But at the same time, I don't want to be on anybody's radar. Nice. Mike found 3 more stands to unlock. Let's go. Arun asked, are there any things in the game they still haven't got around to fix and improve that you want to see since the beginning? Yo, Carlitos, Mr. Full Throttle, thank you for the $2, man. Are there any things in the game that they still haven't got around to? So I mean, there's a few things that they haven't gotten around to that I wish they would get to. But to me, if I feel like they are kind of complicated things. Like one of the things I really want to see are like challenges, right? Like daily challenges or weekly challenges, something that gives people a reason to keep coming in and logging in every single day beyond just the free silver planes we get daily and the event planes. You know, a challenge would be pretty cool. You know, of course, alliances is another one that I want to see, but I know that is going to be a tough thing for the developers to kind of roll out, because there's alliances has a lot of features inside of it too, right? So it's not just like oh, here's an alliance, but like there's a lot of other features that go inside of that. So, but challenges is the one thing that like I feel like is one of those like gaming features that I would love to see in the game. It's like one of those things that I think would add replayability. You know, give us a challenge to handle, you know, 90 E190s, you know, across any airport. That would be cool. And we get like, you know, we get 100 silver planes. You know, give us a challenge to handle 1 million passengers in a week and we get 1 gold plane, right? Something like that I think would be really, really cool for the game. We haven't heard much additional, like we haven't heard much new about challenges since they've initially like spoke about it. So I'm hoping it's not like forgotten, but only just wait and see. All right, let's see what these planes. So this is the only plane that's on the ground right now. But there is this SF-34. Should I handle the A388? It's going to take 20 minutes, or the SF-34? We're going to do the SF-34 first. So this is the point like where most players, this is like the slowest part of World of Airports, is a new airport, because you don't have wallers to handle like multiple planes at once, right? And most people don't have all these contracts coming in on a new airport. But this is what I have to do because we have so many. Hold on. Because we have so many planes waiting to land here, what I am going to do is I'm going to use my gold planes just once to buy some wallers. And there's a couple of reasons, right? I owe who do I owe? I owe Rick Rashid. Is Rick Rashid here, by the way? Rick, if you're here, let me know. But I owe him an X-Plane because he purchased a Phat X-Plane contract 2 weeks ago. And I want to buy more stands and buy equipment so that way I can handle more than one plane at a time. So essentially, what I'm going to tell people who can't or won't buy, wallers for the airport, focus on getting a larger stand, right? See if you can handle a larger plane. If you don't have a plane coming from another player, then you don't have to necessarily rush to unlock a larger plane stand, because in the past over here, you don't start getting like larger planes until right here, level 17. So you got plenty of time. But if you have player contracts coming in, then you definitely want to rush getting the stand so that way you can handle those planes and make some progress on your player contracts. So the cool thing is, if you reach level 2 at this airport, you're gonna have enough wallers just from, if you reach level 2 and you have the premium pass, which is 100 gold planes, you're gonna have enough wallers to buy the terminal over here and buy the F stand. You're not gonna have enough wallers to buy equipment or anything, but hey, it's a nice way to at least instantly get an F stand so that we can handle that plane. But at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna purchase 1.2 million wallers. I owe Rick Rashid an X-Plane, so we're gonna go ahead and just buy that before I forget. And then it looks like I am going to. I'm going to need. I need to. What do I need to do? It looks like I need to buy more gold planes after this stream. We're only at 38 now, so after this stream, I'm probably gonna buy some more gold planes on this account. So thank you guys for all the support, because that is what is going to that your support helps me to buy more gold planes on this account. So we're gonna go ahead and purchase this. We're not gonna land that plane yet because that one is for Rick Rashid, and I don't know if Rick is here, but we'll see. So we got Magicai's. Oh, you had that request pending for a while, man. I'm sorry. Magicai's. Got Mert. Got Magicai's. Got Mert. Got Broad Channels with the L plane. Broad Channels with the Kronos. Alright, I think we're, oh no, we're not maxed out yet. We're almost. We got Raptor. Phat X-Plane contract from Hammy, nice. Hammy's here, so but we'll have to buy. We'll buy another one. I'm gonna switch it up though. I'm gonna do a 748. Which one do you want, Hammy? Since you're here, and you said to BKK. So let's see. Do you want the A388 or do you want the 748? Ooh, 5,138. Let's go. See. All right. So, all right. What I have to do now. Sammy has a contract here as well. I don't have capacity right now, so let me just buy more stands. So we're gonna have to buy more stands, right? That is, let me buy equipment. That way I can handle this A388. We're going to buy an additional boarding, an additional baggage, and additional cleaning. Because if we look at this A388 and we look at the handling time, you'll see the boarding and the baggage is about 3 minutes. Cleaning is 7 minutes. So you definitely need to buy additional cleaning. Or sorry, that was fuel. Fuel is 7 minutes. So I'm going to buy additional fuel. Cleaning is 10 minutes. So I'm going to buy cleaning as well. And I might even need to buy catering. But I'm not handling a lot of seaplanes right now that are, I'm not handling a lot of planes that have catering. So I'm not going to have to buy catering right now, but it's something I'm going to have to keep an eye on. And then when it comes to boarding the plane, another 4 or 5 minutes for the boarding. So we're going to start handling that plane. Let me buy additional fuel here. And we got everything we need, right? Boarding, baggage, cleaning, and fuel. And then we have to keep an eye on catering in the future there. Oh, and I didn't turn on the ramp agent. Why did I not do that? All right. Next up is we need to buy more stands, right? So one thing I want to do is I don't want to keep all of my planes on this side, you know, all my larger planes over here. So because I know there's an E stand over here, I'm going to go ahead and unlock this E stand. So that way we can get an E plane landed here. With that E plane that we're going to land over there though, we're going to need to, we are going to need to buy probably some more equipment as well. Unless we're handling a small, actually, we might not even need to. We might have to buy catering. We might have to buy some of those other things. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Don't forget stream avatars. It's not working, bro. I tried to, actually, see, the crazy part is my computer is telling me right now stream avatars is running. So every time I try to open it, it tells me it's running, and then it's actually not opening. So I don't know what's happening there. Right, very nice. So we got, okay, so we got one more contract capacity now, so that's good. And we're gonna have to wait a little bit, because I need to make sure we get everybody their contracts. Bro Channels, is your L plane contract for Voitando? Was that what it was? Yeah, rip avatars, for real. Alright, we're gonna have to buy more stands. So we're gonna go to the 2D map and over here, right? So in my scenario, I have a lot of E planes waiting to land, so I'm gonna buy an E stand over here, and then I'm gonna buy one more over here as well. I might just do an F stand over here. Now that just ate up a lot of wallers, right? And one thing with having all of those like E planes and F planes that we need to keep in mind is that we need handling crew, right? What's the point of having 4 E stands if I only have 25 handling crew? That's not even enough to I can't handle 2 A380s at the same time. So this is where I'm going to use these A stands to my advantage. I'm going to unlock the A stands over here. Even though we're not going to really have any A planes landing, we're going to unlock these A stands so that way we can get more contract capacity and more handling crew. This could be a good move when you're first starting off. It's especially a great move if you're buying wallers for your airport when you're first starting off, because it's just like nice, easy way to kind of just boost your capacity instantly, essentially. Here's a combined stand. So do I have any cargo planes coming in? Oh, let's extend our tower manager. That's important. I don't want to pay more than I need to. Okay. Yeah, do I have any cargo planes? I don't have many planes in my fleet. But let's see here. All right, no cargo planes coming in, so I don't need a combined stand yet. Here is... Let's start handling player planes. Actually, wait, Hammy, did you say which one you wanted? The A388 or the 748? 748 with pink. Oh, you got it. Nice. start it, and we're gonna go ahead and land it. Yeah, Hammy, just do me a favor. We're landing that plane now, because one, it's gonna help me out a lot, right? If you have planes in your own fleet, they're gonna make you more money, more wallers than other planes. So that's going to be a super big help. I'm expecting like 8,000 wallers for a handling on this, because it's not a super long distance route. It's only going from Sydney to BKK, but it should help. You know, it should be about 8,000. If it's a longer route, you can get like 13,000 wallers. But yeah, Hammy, just do me a favor and accept it as soon as we send it your way, so that way I can open up the gate and, you know, handle the plane, and then open up the gate to more planes. So we have some planes here. We got a parking mini game, but we're gonna go ahead and do Noodles Concord landing here, and let's play this parking mini game. Now, in the beginning of an airport, I do love playing the parking mini game, because like 1 XP like gets you a whole level, you know. Now I think I need like 3 XP to get a level, but like that's completely doable with just a parking mini game. Once I start like getting past like level like 10, then I don't play the parking mini game as much, but I mean, you can still make some progress with it. It's just a little bit slower, right? And the hardest part is you have to get 100%, which can be hard with some of these planes. But if you get 100%, and you know, there's no penalty if you don't get 100%. So if you get 100%, you get an extra XP, which gets you one XP closer to the next level. Really helpful in these beginning levels here. Yo, what's up, Roll Off B? Rub plane is for Voitondo. All right. Got Sammy, M plane contract. We got Sammy with another M plane contract. We got Mert with an L plane contract. Nice. There we go. Now I could buy more A stands across the board here, but I want to make sure also that I'm saving some wallers for equipment. There's going to be a time now probably where I'm going to need to, you know, buy equipment, right? So if you look here at this A388, I have enough equipment for the boarding and for the baggage, so we can at least get this plane started. So that's going to be good. I'm worried though is the catering, right? Catering is going to be 8 minutes on here, and catering is going to want to start in about 5 or 6 minutes. Actually, more like 4 minutes. So this plane will still probably finish on time, but I am going to buy an additional catering service just because those timers are a little close. So we're going to go ahead and buy one more catering, so that way once this plane is done with its what is this, lavatory, catering can begin. Yeah, are those new buses? Did you send me a 744 or a 748 from my BKK? I mean, they're both pretty similar. The 744, the benefit it has is that it's an E plane, right? But so like, if I didn't have the need to buy an F stand right away, sending a 748 would have been a little bit more of a hassle, right? But I have an F stand, right? So it doesn't really make a difference. Both planes take 13 handling crew to max out, right? Plus 1 ramp agent. So they both make similar amounts of money. So the main difference would be like if I were like truly a brand new airport, the 744 and E plane would have probably been better because of these two stands over here that don't require a terminal purchase, right? But at this point, it doesn't make a difference to me. Dyrock said, would you recommend unlocking the new A21NY even though I already have the A21NX? I really haven't. Well, we did vote to unlock the A21 NY, right? So let us buy it. Let us unlock it and buy it. So we're gonna go in here. I really haven't used it enough to like to like truly let you know how I feel about it, right? So, oh, I'm poor now. Here we go. We're gonna have to buy a basic livery. Ew. We'll stick with Snow White for a second. Maybe we can actually no. If we're only playing Sydney, there's no way we're gonna get to 10,000 silver gold. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna get to 10,000 silver planes. So we are going to buy a basic livery. Basic 2. Oh, and I don't have enough wallers. I guess we're gonna have to go to another airport. All right, let's see here. Before I start handling this, you can start. So yeah, this is my first time playing 3.2.0 with the new planes. So I haven't really had a chance to like explore, like to use the A21NY. I haven't really even had a chance to like see what other people think about it, like other people's opinions, because you know people usually have their first impressions. Just based on like the statistics on the page, it looks like it has longer range, but I don't know if that slightly longer range for the A21NY compared to the A21NX, I don't know if that longer range will make a big difference when it comes to player, destinations. So that makes it like a hard question for me to answer because I'm not entirely sure. All right, so I messed up here. I need to buy additional cleaning crew because this cleaning crew would take 2 more minutes, and in 2 minutes this would be overtime. So that's one thing. Like, thanks. You got to keep an eye on that stuff. Could stop stream and buy gold planes. I guess I could. Webcam scene. Where are my YouTube screens? So I'm not going to make the mistake of starting that Concorde, even though I see yellow and I must hit it. We're going to wait a little bit. Yeah, we're going to wait a little bit. So that way the SF-34 can be complete. And actually, we might have to wait for the A343 to be complete too. But we definitely want the SF-34 to start boarding passengers before telling the Concorde to begin. Oh yeah, see, I don't have a like a just chatting screen for YouTube. I guess I could turn off I could unplug my game. Bro Channel says there's new routes with the NY for seaplanes. Nice. Yo, what's up? Avish Patel says, any tips to handle an A332 in Bari? So it's like the same thing as what I'm talking about here, But at Bari, you got to be a little careful, right? So at Bari, you don't have a lot of handling crew, and those larger planes, the D and E planes, they take a lot more handling crew, and they take a lot more time. You see over here how like this plane is this A388 is going to take me 5 minutes to handle. So you want to keep an eye on that when you're handling the plane. That's why I'm not starting this Concorde yet, because actually I can start the Concorde now, but you want to just be aware, because you don't want to start a plane and then there's no equipment for it to like handle, and then you're going to be delayed right off the bat. So keep an eye on your equipment. You can go, look down here to see what's available and what's in use. That's one thing. At Bari, you might want to buy some actually at any airport really, but at Bari you might want to buy some A stands. That's what I did here, so I can get more handling crew, because that allows me to handle. Now I'm handling 3 E and F planes at once, even though I only have 2 equipment for each of the major ones. And then yeah, definitely, you know, for equipment, when it comes to these larger planes, for like every like D or E plane that you're having at Bari, you want to add like 1 more boarding, maybe 1 more fuel, and definitely 1 more cleaning. Baggage could work without an additional service because of the way baggage works. If you click on baggage down here, baggage only waits on baggage. It doesn't wait on all these other services, so it can be completed back to back pretty quickly. Whereas like boarding has to wait for all these other services to go through, so it takes a little bit of time. But you want equipment, you want handling crew, and you want to make sure you're not assigning the plane too early. All right, now we got an issue with catering, but there's 18 seconds over here, so I'm not worried about that. This plane can wait 18 seconds. All right, so bro channels, are you giving me the new routes? The new routes are SCL to IAD. Oh, nice. That's a pretty cool route. SCL to MSY, GRU to MSY, GRU to IAD. That's a nice route too. Any seaplane that can make it to IAD is going to be a fun one. LHR to MSY. Oh, nice. That's pretty interesting. BKK to Sydney. Yeah, we've seen a couple of those. Nagoya to Sydney. That one is pretty nice. And Nagoya to Muscat. Nice. Impressive. Can I send a contract to Bari? I sure can, but I don't do that during stream. Your best bet. There's a couple ways you can get contracts from me. Right, we have our Phat Airlines newsletter, where I have contracts that you can sign up for, and everybody's guaranteed a contract if you request it to a compatible airport. We also have our Phat Airlines Discord, where we have a contract board on Discord. On the contract board, wow, I'm really bad. This plane must have been waiting for parking for a long time. But yeah, on the Discord, on the contract board, anytime I have a plane that I'm looking to send somebody, I look to see who's playing what airport. And if, like, let's say I have this plane and it's configured for Bari Airport, then I look to see who's playing at Bari. I look at the contract board and I send to people who made a post on the contract board. I usually look at the VIP contract board first. So VIPs, those are like people who are members on YouTube, subscribers on Twitch, or subscribers on Discord. But the members, they always they get like first priority. B752 is able to go to MSY to LHR. The problem with the 752 now is that it's a D plane, and not all airports are great for D planes, you know? MSY is not great for D planes. LHR, yeah, it doesn't make a difference. Alright, accepting some of your contract requests now. Actor. Why does my Twitch dashboard say I'm offline? How do you get these fat coins? So when you're watching the stream, Twitch will automatically give you the fat coins. If you look under your chat, there's a little icon. It'll just it'll add like 10 points every few minutes. There's also random gifts that'll happen. You just click on the gift chest and you get additional gifts from Twitch. And then if you're subscribed on Twitch, you will get bonus as well. Also, if you follow, you get a bonus on. You get a bonus as well for following. All right, let's take a look here. So we got the 748. Only needs fuel, catering, baggage, and boarding. Yeah, we can start this now. We can start that now. How far is BKK to Nagoya? I don't know. Never say that about the 752. Yeah, I do like though. I went into I played Bari Airport the other day, and I didn't realize, I don't know when this happened because I don't play Bari a lot, but I didn't realize that Bari Airport has a lot of D stands as well for passenger planes. I thought I was gonna have a miserable time, you know, trying to handle all my 752s at the two like larger gates, but luckily there's D stands at Bari now. 75 NYs at Nagoya is a really good idea. I mean, it sounds like the A21 NY from Nagoya, it can go to BKK, it can go to Sydney, and it could go to Muscat. I don't think that's a terrible idea. You know, you got 3 different options for people to send it to, or airports, you know, for people to send it to. So that's not a bad idea, I think. What's up, Harry M. King? With those D stands, it blocks the C stands. Not a great trade-off. That's true at Bari, but Bari, you should be having a lot of B planes anyway, so you can still play with those B planes. But yeah, it's still better than having to like stay with the 2 stands, you know. But you're right. Those D stands were added with 3.0 or 3.1. Gotcha. Nice. It's going to take 1.5 hours to handle 75 NYs. That's interesting. Line that up. This can begin handling, I think. Can I begin handling this? Oh yeah, let's handle it now. Claim rewards. Level 4. Excellent. An hour and a half, don't scare me. Yeah, that's what the tower managers are for. Make sure they all land. And Nagoya has a lot of C stands too, so. Why can the E175 sometimes go to SAN or IAD from SAN or IAD? What do you mean sometimes? Level 5. What are we looking like on fuel here? 51 seconds. Do I have 51 seconds? I do, but it's cutting it really close. Cutting it really close. We're gonna wait. Does IAD crash your game whenever you enter Tower Manager? Nah, I play on an iPad Pro though. And it's like the newest iPad Pro. It might not be the newest one in like a month, but right now it's still the newest iPad Pro. But what I would tell you to do, I mean, this is what World of Airports tells you to do. You know, first thing is, you know, turn off 3D landscapes and maybe turn on battery saver mode, and then put graphics to fast. If by turning this off, turning this on, and putting this to fast, you're essentially putting your device on like the lowest settings. And then if the game still crashes, then there might be a problem with your device, or maybe with World of Airports, the way they optimize the game or something. But those are the first things I would do. You know, of course, you want to reboot your game, you know, force close it and reopen it once you do that. But try those things out. That might help you out with getting into the tower. Oh, Noodle said good point. Probably pre-nerf E175. That makes sense. So like, if there's contracts with the E175 already going to San Diego, it could probably it'll just keep going. But then if you have a new contract, it can't go. I don't know. There's not too many people who play San Diego, so like I never have to like send my E175 contracts there. I'm sending more of my E175 contracts to St. Martin or to New Orleans. But Maybe I just haven't noticed. Bari used to be one of the airports Hammy played a lot for fun in 1.5, then 2.0 with the tower manager. Now it's 752 being a D plane for the most part has become irritating longer to complete Bari. Yeah, I did play like an hour and a half of Bari like the other night. It was pretty cool. Finally got all those planes out of there. And especially like some of you guys haven't seen your planes in a long time, so I apologize. But it's there now, so that's good. Yeah. Let's take a look at the radar real quick, because I want to see what we got coming, right? So, let's look at player planes. Here we go. So it looks like, what is this? Does it tell me what the round trip is? Yeah. All right. So it looks like the 764 from BKK. So BKK is like a 2-hour one way to get from BKK to Sydney. Even with the A21NY, right? 2 hours, 11:55. That was like 20 minutes ago, and it's gonna get here at 2:11. I do think we need to buy more stands, and I need to buy more E and F stands in particular. I forgot to heart the Concords. Gotta heart the Concords. Concords have such a fast travel time. It's always a nice idea to heart them. And I want to rotate so that way we're not just keeping one person's Concord. Wow, lots of Concords. Nice. Okay, that's an E stand, so that's fine. We can land that there. Here's a 748. Oh, but that's not an actual player. Adam Cack here. Yo, Rick Rashid, are you here, bro? Oh, by the way, I know next Saturday I'm actually have to cancel stream because I am going to a fantasy football draft. It's a live in-person draft, and it's about like an hour and a half away from my home. It's still in New Jersey, but it's still kind of far. So we're doing that in the morning, and because of that, I have to cancel stream. It's unfortunate. Oh, nice. So the 740, I mean the 343 does take off from this side runway. I like that. That's cool. This is also, it looks like is this also going to take off from over there? Let's go. Nice. All right, I do want to buy more stands. I need to buy more E stands, right? Are there any more E stands over here that I can buy? No. If I unlock this terminal, that gets me access to two E stands. If I unlock this terminal, what do I get? Get one or D13. Oh, that's new. 1, 2. This one right here. 3, 4. Okay, well, that's $25,000. A little rough. I could buy this for 20,000 because these are combined stands. I could buy this. 20,000 is 25. Well, let's get out of here. Handle that. Yep. So I know what I need to. What I want to do is I want to balance, right? I want to keep a balance. I want to have some E planes on this side and some E planes on this side, right? Because it looks like the E planes that park over here take off over here. Right, the The E and F planes that park over here will take off on this runway, and this runway is the landing runway. That's the planes that's the runway where all the planes will land on. So it's super important to make sure that we keep this one available as often as possible. D planes in N are annoying. I still got 5 special arrival D planes that need to be handled. Oh man, that definitely has got to be rough. All right, so what's my strategy going to be here? If I unlock this terminal, I think I unlocked the cargo terminal. These are shared, these are combined stands now. Either passenger and cargo. So I think I'm going to unlock this one. That way if I do get cargo planes, but now I also want to make sure we keep it balanced, right? So I think I'm going to unlock this over here. And we'll unlock like this E stand. Does that block it? It blocks something. Oh, okay. E. Okay, we got a lot of blocked stands over here. I guess makes sense. Oh, here we go. A cheap E stand. All right, check this out, right? D13 over here. I got to call out D13. You know why? Because D13 does not require you to buy A, B, or C, right? D13 can only park D or E planes. So what this means for you, unlike buying D11, where it would cost you $30,000 to get to the E stand, on D13, it only costs you $18,000. So really good, really great stand to unlock there for your larger planes. Glad I saw that. All right, and now we're going to park more planes. We're going to land more planes. We want the Concords first, though. Oh, we need to do some parking mini games too. Yo, thank you for the follow. Who followed? That was Darius Pilot. Thank you, man. We're going to land Mert and Noodle. Right now we got planes waiting to park. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. Have you seen any A321NY, F70, or F100 yet in the shop? Yeah, we did go through that earlier in the stream. I think the A21NY is probably the most exciting one, mainly because of its like distance, but it's also nice to get like new manufacturers in the game, right? The F70 and F100 do look pretty cool. I'm gonna buy them on my main account. Not sure, you know, we're not probably gonna buy them on this account, but on my main account, I'm gonna buy them. I'm gonna try to use them. Probably make them as contract giveaways as well whenever I can. You're going to have to park a lot of these planes. We're gonna get more midweek streams this week for sure. Especially if I have to cancel my Saturday stream, I still want to do at least like 4 streams a week, or sorry, 4 streams a month. I do want to do more, but I got a lot of I don't know how to say this. I got some major changes happening. Like, not only do we have a newborn at home, right? But I'm also doing some major changes at home and at life. So with that, I want to make sure I'm balanced and making sure that, you know, I'm not stressing myself out more than I need to be. But I could definitely tell you that like 2026, actually later this year, there should be a lot more time for more streams. A lot more time, you know, well, minus the kids. You know, the kids are always going to take priority. You know, I want to make sure I'm always there for my family. That's why, like, even today I wasn't sure if I was going to cancel stream or not, because, you know, my mom, who usually helps babysit on Saturdays, they're still on vacation in Florida. So I wasn't sure if stream was going to happen today, because you know, I don't like putting all the burden on my wife, especially like me. I know in like 2 months I'm gonna be traveling for like almost a week straight. You I'm gonna be leaving my house on Friday, and I won't get back home until the next Friday. So I try to like minimize the amount of stress my wife has to go through. Plus, I don't like being away from my family too long, if I can help it. Oh, I thought we were gonna get the next level. Look at that, 8,900 wallers right there. I love it. I love that. We're gonna have to extend this tower manager. I'm gonna extend it by 30 minutes, and then at the end of 30 minutes, it's all the time I'm gonna have today for stream. I might have to do. I'm gonna have to do a lot more streams, night streams, because we have so many planes. We have what, 24 planes still, and yet none of them have landed. All right, what are we looking like here? Oh, 500 silver planes. Let's go. Still not 10,000 though. 5 more handling crew. 10 more handling crew. Really nice. We reached level 5 already, huh? Now, I'm not starting this E190 because, oh, oof. Because we don't have, the boarding or baggage for it. Back and park. Is the TAP 321 retro livery in the game? I feel like it is, but maybe, I'm not sure if it's for the 321 or if it's for a different plane. Yo, what's up, Christopher? Christopher said all the planes land at IAD are 19R, 19C, and 19L. That's right. Yeah, that's true. I hope am I gonna get the alignment on this one? Yo, Fat, can you send your CRJ back from LHR to my Bari? Yeah, yesterday I didn't play World of Airports at all. And I should have like turned on World of Airports last night while like overnight, because usually what I do at my LHR is I'll open LHR before I go to sleep. I'll plug in my iPad and then I'll turn on all the tower managers for like 2 or 3 hours, so that way planes can land, and that way I have 190 planes on the ground when I wake up. I did not play World of Airports, I think, at all yesterday. So yeah, the CRJ is definitely going to come back to you. Days like today when I'm streaming, it's a nice reminder of like how much I do enjoy playing World of Airports, and I try to make sure I get back on and make some progress. All right, we are going to land the 748 here. Alright, so this one is hung up on fuel, right? But fuel is going to slow me down. You see how the timer here is paused? So fuel is slowing me down, but I got 16 minutes between like passing or failing, right? But I do also want this plane to finish as fast as possible. So I'm going to take a look at all the other planes that are being handled. Fuel is 6 minutes on this Concorde, 5 minutes on that Concorde. So I'm going to buy another fuel, because like that's 9 minutes on this guy. So we're gonna buy another fuel, just to make sure it gets handled. And now we're running into equipment issues, right? Because I got 3 planes on the ground, but I don't think I have boarding, I have baggage, I don't have cleaning, and I don't have fuel. So I'm gonna have to, if I'm gonna want to handle this plane, I'm going to need to buy another fuel. Even though it's only 19 seconds, these other planes are like 5 minutes. So we're going to have to buy another fuel because I just started it. Cleaning we should be good on, I think. Nope, I'm going to have to buy another cleaning. Unless in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We could wait 2 minutes, but I'm going to buy another cleaning because I want to make sure we can just handle planes as fast as possible. So we'll buy another cleaning. We'll buy another fuel. And that will let me handle 3 E and F planes and 1 C plane at the same time. So that's pretty cool. We got level 6. So level 6 gives us a 738 contract and a DH-8D. I mean, look at all these planes that we have available right? So some of these planes I got from other airports from playing like the premium pass. We got like all these planes here available at all airports. So maybe we should do like a 744 redemption or something. We'll have to see. I did want to do an A21NY giveaway. I just don't have enough wallers for it, and I don't have enough gold planes to buy more wallers either. Or actually, hold on. Do I have enough gold planes to buy wallers? 110. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Did you know the A380 uses 3 jet bridges now? Yeah, check this out, right? Look at that. Check that out. The old cargo terminal at Sydney is now mixed stands. That is correct, and that is why we went and unlocked that cargo terminal here as like our second expansion, because all of these stands from 16A all the way down to 11, I think, they're all combined stands. So I was like, okay, I need another E stand. The cargo terminal was the cheapest one to unlock too. It was only 20,000 wallers, and you get all this access to E stands. You get an F stand over here. Where's the G stand? Oh, here's the G stand right here. So you get all this access to a bunch of different stands here, which is pretty fantastic. So that's why I unlocked that terminal, because it allows me to, you know, handle both cargo and passenger, even though right now I only have passenger planes, no cargos. Let me know if you accepted my contract at Muscat. I have not played Muscat in, let's say, about like a month, I would say. I do have to add that back into the rotation again. Well, on this account, on my main account, Muscat has maybe been like 2 weeks. Peace out, Voitondo. Enjoy dinner. Rick Rashid, are you here, bro? Are you here? Alright, we're gonna accept some more contracts here. So we got Magis Kais with the L plane contract, nice. We got Sammy with the L plane contract, nice. We got Mert with the L plane contract, and it's a cargo plane. Let's go. Thank you, Mert. Cargo planes are pretty solid because cargo planes give you more XP than like the equivalent passenger plane. So that's pretty nice. Okay, how are we looking over here? So we got Concorde. I'm going to handle the DH-8D. Excellent, excellent. Everything's going smooth so far. Thanks for the lurk, Friends Japan. Let's take that off. Take it off. Take off. Whatever 21NY, that still needs to be accepted. I think all the planes have been accepted so far. Oh, I can refund you though, unless somebody wants to send a 21NY. Essentially, Blood Channels just donated that to the community. It's gonna be a while before we get like. That's like this premium pass is kind of whack in a way, but like it's not whack, but like. It's not exciting. Like I have like getting more planes is cool, but like in the beginning levels, like a DH-8D is just like not exciting here because like I want to get player contracts. I mean, I could always just send it on a non-player contract to another destination, but like I want to do player contracts, man. I don't want my refund. Good, good. We got planes finishing now. So, what does this look like? This has 2 minutes there, 31 seconds, 6 seconds. We can begin handling the 748, I think. Bruh is broke. Nah, bruh has been here for a while, so he probably has plenty of points to give. How long did it take to get 690 coins? Probably like 2 or 3 streams I probably would take. Oh, you have 1 coin? Okay, I just read that. Whoops, I read Raptor's message first and then... Yeah, and the reason why we do the stream account with using fat coins is because I want to make sure that people who are here on streams are also like getting their planes, you know, featured or shown. And not only that, like people who are here on streams, they probably you know, the request is that you handle your plane like once a week, right? That way I can get that plane back for the next stream. And usually the people who are here on stream, they tend to make sure that their planes are being handled too. So that's the reason why we do it that way. But if you want to just send, like, you just want a reliable contract partner, you're more than welcome to send it to my main account. My main account is the Phat Rican, ThePhatRican, and on that my main account I play LHR, IAD, SCL, what else? BKK. Those are the 4 airports I play daily. BKK I'm starting to play a lot less frequently, but that might change now with well, that might change, who knows. I'm gonna also try to play more Sydney again because of all the improvements they made to Sydney. I think it might make it a lot easier to handle all the larger plane contracts I have. So I think I'm gonna and I have a lot of levels to go at Sydney, so I can max it out. So yeah, I maxed out SCL I think this past week. So at SCL, if you have a contract with me to my Santiago de Chile, you might not see your planes for a little bit, and that's because what I like to do is before a new airport comes out, like on the latest airport that's in the game, which is right now SCL. What happens is when World of Airports releases the next airport in the game, they usually add one or more levels to the latest airport. So SCL is going to get like 1 or more levels in order for you to unlock the next airport, whatever that airport may be. So for a lot of people whose planes that I have, if we're at the max, if we're at 10 out of 10 for contracts, I'm probably going to hold on to them. So that way when the next airport releases, I can then have your plane scheduled to land them, and then unlock the next airport essentially for free. So if there's any of you guys who are like need your airplanes back because you need the silver planes or you need the XP, please let me know on the Discord post. I have a Discord post in player news announcing my max levelness at SEL. So let me know there, so that way I can keep that in mind and make sure we send you your plane back. I don't want to hold anybody back, but at the same time, if I can, get in a little bit of an advantage while trying to get the next airport for free, then I'm gonna try to use that to my advantage too. Yo, what's up, John A? Thanks for resubscribing, man. Appreciate that. 3 months, man. Appreciate you. How's it been? We're over here playing Sydney. Sydney got a rework, an update. So they added a lot of new things here at Sydney. They updated the 2D map, which I can't really tell. I didn't play Sydney that much. You know, they added some new stands. Like you got D93A and D90C over here, which are E stands you can get over here. You got a couple like new E stands over here as well. You got D13, which is deserves its own little shout out, because D13, you do have to buy this terminal over here, but D13, you do not have to buy A, B, or C when it comes to unlocking D or E. So it's one of the cheaper E stands you can unlock in this airport, because all these other ones you have to unlock all the sizes below it. So D7A, for example, if I wanted to unlock E, it would cost 30,000, but D13, it only cost me 18,000. So that's pretty cool. We have a cargo section over here, which is nice. The cargo section over here is all combined stands, which means that it can handle both passenger and cargo. Pretty awesome. It does also look like the larger planes that are parked on this side of the airport also take off from over here, which I think is pretty awesome. I don't know if they did that before, but now there's just so many more larger stands on this side of the airport that I think it might make Sydney a little bit more enjoyable for me to play. Oh, and we didn't take a look at the new camera. We got the planes. They gave us a new plane spotting camera too. I don't really use the plane spotting camera too often, mainly because you can't play the game. Like you can't handle planes while you're in the plane spotting view. That's one of the things that's like important to me. I want to keep playing the game. I want to make sure planes can be handled. Yeah, we got some new camera angles as well, so pretty nice. What we got? 3. Okay, we are good to handle another plane, so I'm gonna go ahead and handle that one. What's one? This one's done? Oh no. Here he goes. Okay. And is waiting for lineup. What did Sydney get for remodel? I just went through that. If you look at the patch notes too, though, the patch notes tell you all up here. Reworked the stand layout. They added new stands, new passenger stands. They combined stands, new cargo stands, visual improvements with the terrain and buildings and the radar. Updated 2D map. They improved the pathfinding. Third jet bridge at A388. New spotting camera view. 3 extra levels. Oh, so it's camera 1 is the new one. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Did someone send an XLR? Let's actually double check that, right? No, nobody did yet. .2 out. Yes, 3.2 is out. Yes. Typically with these like updates, they usually don't require an app update immediately, right? I think it would be kind of messed up if they did. Maybe if there's like a game breaking bug or something, like a glitch or something, that then they would do that. But for the most part, they don't usually require an update immediately as soon as the new update comes out. It'd be kind of messed up because not everybody has fast internet. We got people playing this game from all over the world, right? And World of Airports is not a small game, you know. Each update, you know, some people, I forget how large it is, but like it can take like a gigabyte to download, right? Which for some people can take like an hour. Now, for me, I got gigabit speed, so my game downloads pretty quickly. That doesn't mean I don't feel bad for the people who have, you know, the slower internet connection. Gotta keep them in mind too. Yo, what's up, Snowyak? Usually about like a week after, maybe sometimes a little bit longer. Actually, with the update like 3.2, when they're introducing new planes, you're going to get the app update required message eventually. When it's an update, a minor update, like from 3.1.1 to 3.1.2, that one you don't, they sometimes don't even do the required app update. But like for this kind of update where there's new planes in the game, you're gonna get the app update required in about maybe a week or two, because they need everybody on the latest version, so that way everybody can handle the new planes. What's up, Kim Thanth? Kim Thanth Tran. Nice to see you, man. What's your best plane? I mean, my best plane. I don't know what that means, but the Concorde. Is that what you mean? Yeah, but the plane I like to use the most nowadays. Well, it's hard to. I think it's going to be the A21NY going forward. But the A21NX is up there because it's a seaplane. You could use it in all the airports. So that's like a fantastic plane. It had the best distance as a seaplane in the game. Now the A21NY has the best distance in the game for a seaplane. So we'll have to see if that takes over as my number one plane going forward. You know, the A388 and the 748 are also pretty good. I do love the fact that those planes just make so much wallers for when they're in your fleet for a single handling. So that is pretty fantastic as well. You know, an A388 that you handle from somebody else is going to make you like 3,000 wallers, which is really great too. But this exact plane, where's this coming from? From Muscat. So this A388, if this was my A388 going from Sydney to Muscat, it would probably make me about 12,000 wallers. Really great for one single handling, but it does cost like almost 465,000 wallers, right? So it does cost a lot of money up front. The game seems to be laggy. Did I forget to turn some settings on? Oh, interesting. So what's up, funny video? What's the ranges for this F70 and F100? So they're both pretty similar to each other. We'll go back into offers because we're waiting on planes to be handled. But if we type in F7, so F70, right? F70 is 2,425 nautical mile range, but the F70 is a B plane. And then we got the F100. The F100 is a seaplane, and it has actually a lower range, right? 2,150. But the F100 has 122 passenger capacity. What does this have as capacity? 85 capacity. You can configure the F100 because it's a seaplane. You cannot configure the F70. Mohammed, you're gonna wait for the A330 and 737 redesign. Why are you waiting for that? Now, if you're waiting for it for a specific like model, that makes sense. But you're better off buying the plane now, because when the plane does get a remake or a remodel, you're gonna have the plane unlocked still, and you won't have to pay the increased price in gold planes. Like the 737 right now is pretty cheap in gold planes compared to a lot of the other planes, newer planes that are in the game. So you might want to consider just unlocking it now, and then you have access to at least one of them, right? But if you're looking for a specific model, then of course the game, if it's not in the game right now, there's no way to unlock it, right? Yeah, the game does seem really laggy, huh? On stream. Wonder why that's happening. I got no drop frames. My CPU is fine. Guess my PC is struggling today. It wouldn't open up stream avatars. Oh, maybe that's why I have stream avatars running in the background, but it's not actually running. Let's try closing that. That's not running. Huh. Interesting. All right, any more F planes? Any more F planes? Nice. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure why my game's acting laggy like that. It's crazy. It's got to be something on my computer though. Thank you for your understanding, though, for being here still. Perhaps a bad internet connection? Nah, I got a great internet connection. I mean, that would be a good explanation though. But so in OBS, like that's the streaming tool. It tells me how many, like it tells me all the statistics I need to know. Like my computer is only using 6% of its CPU. My internet connection is uploading in the green, which is like 2,700 kilobits per second. You know, I got gigabit upload and download speed. So usually, especially at home, the internet is usually never the issue when it comes to streaming. It's usually my computer itself. Like there might be a program running or trying to update in the background or something. You have a lot of Concord contracts. Yeah, that's right. Because on this account, this is my stream only account. So on this account, we you have to essentially buy your contract in order for your contract to come into this account, right? So what that means is you go into Twitch and you redeem for Phat coins. Oh, there we go. Now my screen froze. So yeah, you redeem it for Phat coins, right? And Phat coins is something you can get for free by watching the stream on Twitch. And when you're playing it on Twitch, when you're watching on Twitch, you redeem it and you have to pay Phat coins, and you get the contract, you know, or you get your contract accepted. But with the Concord and with any other the special planes, so at the Concord, the A225, the A124, the Beluga, even though the Beluga can't make it to any playable destination right now, but with those planes, those special planes, if you were to send them to my stream only account, you would not have to buy any kind of redemption in order for me to accept it. You know, I know those planes are special, so I appreciate anybody who's willing to send them over to me, especially given that I only stream once per week right now. Like, you know, you're not going to see your Concord again until next Saturday, you know, potentially. You're only at the first airport? Bro, the first airport is so tough. It's a lot of it's a lot of grinding, but here's my advice for you. I know you didn't ask for advice, but I'm going to give you advice anyways. You know, I would tell you, you know, play like 30 minutes per day. You could play longer, but you definitely want to do like 30 minutes per day. Handle a couple planes, and you're going to make progress over time. It's going to take a little bit, it's going to take some time for that first airport, but as you unlock more and more airports, you're kind of run out of time playing World of Airports. That's why a lot of people end up buying another airport using gold planes, but you know, you can unlock every single airport in this game for free. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to buy a single airport. You can always unlock them for free. A Comet, I'm not sure if I will accept the Comet for free. I'm not sure. I forget what we decided. The Comet has to get paid for, because there's no benefit to the Comet, you know? The Comet is a D plane, but it gives you the money like it's a B plane, you know? It's like, and it doesn't travel fast in the sky, you know? There's just like no benefit to the Comet. There was a time where you played it for 16 hours. Nice. These all mert, nice. Let's see if we got redemptions. L plane contract. So close to level 7. Alright, so I know next Saturday stream's gonna get canceled, guys. But in its place, I am going to do a stream sometime this week. I might try to do more than one too. But we're gonna do a stream sometime this week. It's gonna be a night stream, so sorry for your Europeans or you guys in that same time zone as the Europeans over there, because I know it's gonna be super late or super early in the morning for you. So but you know, me being you know, having a full-time job, being a dad, that's really the only time that works out best for me. Even Saturdays at my current time is a little rough sometimes, but you know, my wife and I, we make it work. I appreciate her. Yeah, next Saturday is gonna get canceled because I'm gonna be at a fantasy football draft. You know, so I will announce it to the VIPs ahead of time if on the day that I'm planning the stream. I don't announce it publicly because sometimes my schedules, especially during the week, can kind of change without notice. So I just like to let the VIPs know because they tend to understand that. But yeah, plus also, you know, it's always nice to let the VIPs get a little bit more inside information. That's a cool idea, Christopher. Christopher said I put hearts on all my cargo planes. Yeah, especially at like airports where you don't have a lot of cargo stands. That makes a lot of sense. What are we looking like here? We got the Concorde taxing to stand. Concorde, that one's done. 4 minutes, 12 minutes. That one just parked. Yo, what's up, Sanara Varij MD11? Alright, so what we're gonna do here is we're going to wait for Kamikaze's plane to finish. So in 4 minutes we're gonna end it here. That's gonna be done, and this is done. So that's awesome. We're gonna have we made some decent progress today, and hopefully we get a parking mini game so we get that last level too. Is there a raid today? Nah. No raids. We're gonna give it 3 minutes so that way we can finish Kamikaze's plane. For everybody else's plane that we are still waiting to land, I apologize. We're gonna play some Sydney during the week. I'm also gonna play some Muscat as well during the week. That way we can make some progress on those airports, right? Because like the one thing about World of Airports is all airports are slow in the beginning, but they're even slower if you don't play. You have to play to make progress, and if you don't play, you're not going to make progress. So it's like you have to play World of Airports in order to make the progress. And with my stream only account, I'm only playing once per week. It makes everything extremely slow. Like for example, I was not able to get 10,000 silver planes today. So now I have to wait until the next time I stream before I can even think about getting 10 gold planes for free. And that should be everybody's goal every week, is to get 10 gold planes for free. I know it's always tempting to buy the one, but don't do it. Don't buy the one until you have like 30,000 or more silver planes ready to go. That's at least my advice to you. I know some people just can't help themselves and they buy it anyways, but it's so much better if you buy the 10. Buy the 10, guys. Why don't you put hearts on your cargo planes? I do. At LHR I put hearts on cargo planes, but sometimes I don't because I I want to make sure I'm still prioritizing the right planes. Like the Concords, I want to prioritize. I want to make sure different planes are being prioritized. Alright, bro channels, I'll keep your redemption pending for next stream. Dang, I couldn't get 100% on that one. Minute and a half. I got. Mike says I buy one silver plane every I buy one gold plane every single day. You also have 5 million silver planes. Yeah. See, that's when the rule doesn't that's when you have to buy one every day. When you have that many silver planes. But when you got 7,600 and you can't even afford 10 gold planes, you should not be buying the one gold plane for sure. Vibe, you spent 8 million on NYs across your bases and now you don't have money anywhere. That's nice. That's awesome. Found your new favorite plane, huh? This is a E stand. Okay, nice. Recording complete. 7 minutes. I'm not gonna have 7 minutes. Minutes. Park this plane. Have a good day, bro channels. Thanks for all your donations. Level 7. And the early levels is the only time I get excited to get more currency though. Like more wallers. At the later levels, it's like, oh. But early levels, it's like, yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. But yeah. Exclamation point ban. Who we banning? Who we banning? All right, guys. That is it for me for today. You know, I'm gonna go spend some time with the family. I'm gonna play some LHR on my main account. But we played update 3.2. Sorry, 3.2.0. Updated Sydney Airport, 3 new airplanes, bug fixes, some graphical improvements, and it was a good time. You know, Sydney Airport does have a lot more stands now, and it does have a lot more like access availability to like D and E stands now, which I think is going to make it a much more fun airport to play, because like you're actually able to play on both sides of the airport. Because like before, all your D and E planes were like stuck over here, but now you have a D and E stand over here, right? You have two of them right over here. You have some E stands over here. You got some E stands over here. You got a new cargo terminal over right there. You have this cargo terminal. There are now shared stands, which means you can do passenger or cargo planes over here, which means even more D and E planes you can handle at once over there, and F planes too. You know, so far first impressions is looking pretty positive. You know, I do love that we're able to use both sides of the runway, both sides of the airport, both sides of both runways. So that's pretty cool. And I'm going to be playing this on my main account to see if my first impressions are legit. But guys, thank you so much for being here today. Thanks for all the support. Next Saturday we won't be here, but stay tuned. Make sure you follow on Twitch or join the Discord to get alerts, because when we go live on during this week, you want to be alerted. You want to come here if you can. If not, I understand. You know, midweek streams can be a little tough. But guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thank you for joining me here. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Have a fantastic day, and thanks for the follow, man. Thank you so much. All right, time to spend some time with the family, right? You guys have a great one. All right, peace.